What is up, everyone, and welcome to Die Hard Rants. I'm Ryan Panny, and joining me today is Danny Barletta. Danny, you gotta love the sports are back.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, nobody was more ecstatic than me at the end of July, getting baseball back than the NBA and NHL. And then about a month later, now we're back in full swing with the NFL too. It's a little weird, having everything happening at the same time, going from an NFL Sunday to the conference finals and basketball back-to-back days. But hey, I'm all here for it. It was a long 4 months without sports. So yeah, let's get right into it.
You're right. Too long. We like to start every show with a trivia question to see which of us gets to go first. So, Danny, let me give you the trivia question. All right. This is going to play into you. You're a big baseball fan. The Rays yesterday just won their first AL East title since 2010. Name the last team not named the Yankees or Red Sox to win it.
The Toronto Blue Jays. They won in 2015.
You get the bonus points for getting the year, too. Nice. All right. So, would you like to go first, or want me to go first?
I'll go second on this one. So you can go first.
I like it. You're going to defer to me. Good thing it's a football question.
Yeah. I'll kick off receiving the second half.
I like it. All right. Well, with the NFL season adjusting to life without fans for some, which team do we think we missed the most? I think the Minnesota Vikings missed their fan the most this year. The past 3 years, they've been 18-6 at home. And because they're a dome team, they don't really get to keep that home field advantage they get with weather or different type of climate. So having those fans with the electric atmosphere like we saw with the Minneapolis Miracle, they're definitely missing that, disrupting opposing quarterbacks in a dome, which is, I think, pretty easy to play in because not have to worry about weather and all of that. So having that loud crowd to disrupt the offense in the huddle and any audibles you want to make, I think the Vikings definitely are missing that this year.
Yeah, no, I like that. I could see it, but I got to go with the Seattle Seahawks. The 12th man is something else. They're definitely one of the loudest and most passionate fan bases in football. During this past week, they played Sunday night game against the Patriots, and a bunch of times during the broadcast, the announcers talked about how the fake crowd noise was only filling up the noise meter they have there halfway, and normally that's going through the roof, especially in a primetime game against a team like the Patriots. So I think it definitely takes away a strong advantage for the Seahawks. They love their fans. It's one of the loudest stadiums in the league. Only one that really compares is maybe Kansas City. But they've always played well at home, and I think that's especially during the Legion of Boom years, and I think a big reason to that is the fans. So we'll see how they do.
The pumping and the crowd noise, that's been throwing me off. I feel like the teams that usually get loud crowds should have their volumes tweaked up a little more than the teams that usually don't have that big of crowds. Like the Chargers shouldn't have the same volume as a Seattle or a Kansas City.
It doesn't make sense. No way. Yeah, because on a normal day, they're not getting much of a crowd noise anyway. Yeah, it's a little weird. You think they would be able to pump in more crowd noise? I don't know whether they have regulations on that or something, but.
Yeah, no, it's definitely interesting, and I can't wait to see how it all pans out throughout the rest of the year, especially for teams that do have some fans there if it changes.
Right.
All right, moving on to our next section. This is the tough decisions section. We get to put on our GM caps right here. If you had to start a franchise with one player left in the NBA bubble, who would you take? And here's the difference. You have to pick the player with their current age. So no 18-year-old LeBron James here. You got to pick a guy at their current age, at their current state of basketball.
Yeah.
So who are you picking?
Yeah, no, I love that question because obviously, without a doubt, left in the bubble, the best player left, one of the best players of all time is LeBron. But I don't want to start a franchise with 36-year-old LeBron. So, I'm looking for a young elite player. And there's a lot of those to choose from. You got Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray on the Nuggets. Anthony Davis is still only 27. I know it's hard to think about that because he's been around forever, but I would still consider him young. You got Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero put up 37 points last night. So there's a tough, but for me, I got to go with who I feel is the best young player left in the bubble, one of the best young players in the league, and that's Jason Tatum. He's made enormous strides in his 3 seasons. He has a potential to be an elite player, and I think to be an MVP in this league in the future. he just does everything well. There's nothing really he can't do. He's a great shooter from three, from mid range. He also has the height. He's 6'8". He's good in the paint. He's got great handles, and he's a really good rebounder. And the big thing this year is passing's come a long way, and his defense has really come a long way. So the only thing about Tatum is his consistency, and we saw a perfect example of it last night. 0 points in the first half, and then 28 points in the second half. So, like, you can't be scoring 0 points in a playoff game first half if you're the best player on the court, which he usually is. So there's that, sort of issue, but I think that'll work itself out. And he's already come so far, and I think he's not even at his ceiling yet. I think he can even get better. So
Definitely.
Tatum's my answer.
Like you said, he's young too, so he's got a long time ahead of him.
22 years old.
And obviously, you'd love to have all 28 points in the second half. If you were going to score 0 points in a half, you'd definitely choose second half.
That's true.
Yeah.
But you named a bunch of people that I like. Jokic was someone I considered. Would have loved to have taken Jason Tatum. And then, yeah, like you said, like a sleeper would have been Tyler Hero. Got to go with recency bias with how good he played yesterday in the bubble.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with one of the guys you said in Jamal Murray. I think another young guy, only 22 years old. He's turned into one of the better point guards in the league. I think he slowly developed his game. I remember someone told me a couple days ago that he was good at a little bit of everything. It might have been you. I think it was good about a little bit of everything, but not great at something. But
Yeah.
I think in this bubble, he's really popped as a player. His scoring has gradually gone up over the years from 12 points per game all the way up to about 18 and a half, which is a nice increase, never deviating, always increasing for him. And he just I think he plays the entire position the right way. He's a good two-way guard, good passing, good shooting. And with Jokic on the team, I think he's a great guard to have with a great big with Jokic. To start your franchise, you want a guy who, like we said, has been increasing, is young, who's got the talent. And the bubble's a tough thing. People are giving these players no credit for going into a bubble and playing it's tough. It's tough basketball. The season's so spread out. But for guys like Murray and Tatum to step up, definitely someone I consider for my franchise.
Yeah, no, for sure. And he's a point guard. He's a special player. You want to start a play, and he's got a head on his shoulders too. You could definitely build a great team around Jamal Murray.
Well, that's all the time we have today. We hope you like the show, and tune in next week to see another heated discussion here on Die Hard Rants. I'm Ryan Panny. That's Danny Barletta. We'll catch you next time.